Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our EAFC 24 career mode with Juventus. We're returning today off the back of our Champions League last 16 victory over Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid side at the end of the previous episode. We made loads of progress in the Serie A as well. We've got 9 big games coming up in today's episode, including some more fixtures in the Serie A. Both legs of our Coppa Italia semi-final against Napoli, as we look to get revenge after they beat us in the final of the competition last year, and also both legs of our Champions League quarter-final against Paris Saint-Germain, as we look to retain the trophy that we won last May. Forza Juventus. So our first clash today is at home to Atalanta, who we knocked out of the Coppa Italia in the previous episode with a pretty convincing victory. We know that the Serie A is all but won now. I think actually if we win our next 2, then we will clinch the title. So it's more just a matter of time. So I'm going to try and keep the Serie A highlights in this game, in this episode, pretty brief, so that we can focus on the Coppa Italia semi-final and the Champions League quarter-final against PSG. Free kick for Juve here. Vlahovic over it. It's very close, but if we can get it up and over. Dusan Vlahovic. That is fantastic from the big Serbian. Well, we are starting to get the hang of free kick goals in this save now. I'm not sure exactly how many we've scored, but we must be into double figures by now. We've scored quite a few over the course of our 8 seasons. And Dusan with another here to give us the lead. Not sure if it was the first one of the series, but it was definitely in the first game as Dusan doubles our lead, when Ollie Norwood scored a free kick. I think it was against Crystal Palace on the opening day of the season. It may well have been the first goal of the save. And I was saying how bad I am at free kicks, and he stuck it in the top corner. We've come a long way since then, and Dusan Vlahovic doubles our lead. Lamadi through to Nilos, who's in behind. Nilos Kaya bends it home. And he's just come off the bench for Dusan. And that's how deadly Nilos is when you get him in front of goal. I absolutely love this man. 3-0, points in the bag for Juve. Well, there is the whistle in Turin. It's a fantastic start to the episode. And I believe that moves us within 1 win. Or maybe that's done it. Maybe that has done it. I thought we needed 1 more win, but by the look of the celebrations, I think that has seen us crowned champions. So I wonder if we'll get the trophy lift today. We are going to get the trophy lift, but I think I'd taken Jude Bellingham off the pitch. So I'm not sure who's going to lift it. It's going to be Christian Romero, which is fair enough, as he will lift the trophy. I'd rather Jude was lifting it, or McKennie. But Romero will lift the trophy for Juventus regardless. I didn't think it could be won today, but it must be mathematically done or someone's losing their job. Juventus Serie A champions. It's the one that we really wanted. And after losing out last season, we strengthened in the summer. And we really went for the Serie A trophy. 1 in the bag as we look to complete the treble. So some more bad news after this game. Federico Chiesa down with a broken toe as well. Out for 3 months. Will miss the remainder of the season. So more bad news for us. But we, of course, do now know that the Serie A is wrapped up. 25 points clear of Napoli in second place. Still no losses to our name, and the best defensive record by an absolute country mile. It's been a fantastic season for Juventus, and we now know that the first of those 3 trophies that we're after is in the bag. We'll jump into our next game. It's Lazio away at the Stadio Olimpico. Forza Juventus. So I am going to try and keep the highlights in these final Serie A games pretty short, as of course we now know that the title is wrapped up. But we are still going for that unbeaten season, and we've got some individual player accolades that we're still trying to achieve. And I've mentioned it before, when you get to the end of a season, about how you can try and keep the enjoyment when you get to these games when there's not really as much to play for. So trying to break records such as our defensive record that we're going for, and individual records as well. There's always something that you can use to try and keep it more exciting going into the final games. And here goes Dusan, who's going for that golden boot. Parisi and Hlojek. Oh, what a strike! Adam Hlojek, from out of absolutely nowhere, has just rifled one into the back of the net to give Juve the lead. Oh, that's bad news. That is very bad news. Poor tackle on the captain, Jude Bellingham, and he's done. He is done for the season. I cannot believe that. Such an unnecessary tackle. And Jude is crocked, and he's going to be done for the season. What a shame for the Englishman and our captain. And we discussed Bayer Leverkusen in a recent episode, and it's weird when you get to this stage and you've kind of got nothing to play for in the league, but then in the cups like Leverkusen did, you've still got something to play for. So you're kind of going from nothing games to big crunch matches, and there's no sort of in between. And we're in a very similar position here, where our remaining 7 league games after this are just sort of nothing games. We've then got the Coppa Italia and the Champions League where we need to turn up, so it's difficult to stay focused and keep performing. But I think, like we saw with Leverkusen, when you've got that unbeaten possibility on the line, you've always got that sort of never say die attitude. And of our final 8 games, we've picked up a victory here, but it's left a sour taste in the mouth, with Jude Bellingham coming off and seemingly going to miss the remainder of the season, and we won't be able to see him lift those trophies if we are to win them at the end of the campaign. Absolutely gutting for Jude Bellingham. So as we head into our next game against Napoli, of course, 2-legged affair in the Coppa Italia semi-final, we see that Jude Bellingham, it's only a dislocated shoulder, so it's not an ACL, but he will be out for 2 months, which means he will miss the remainder of the campaign. Absolutely gutted for Jude Bellingham, but Jude Bellingham died for this. Let's make sure we go and win that unbeaten treble for Jude. Forza Juventus. So huge game here against Napoli. Well, I say game, it's a tie, isn't it? 2-legged affair in the Coppa Italia semi-final. We've had some pretty big games against them before in this save, both 2-legged and if you think back to the Coppa Italia final last year and the Champions League final, where we faced them in back-to-back finals to close out our first season in Turin. So we've become pretty accustomed to Napoli throughout the course of the save, and we're going head to head with them again here. Now it's Baena, slips it through. Oh, it's Osimhen, and it's 1-0 to Napoli. And that is not the start that we wanted without our captain tonight. And now a goal down in the tie. Victor Osimhen, brilliantly worked by Napoli, walked it into the net. And the Juventus defence, which is normally so solid, all at sea. Dusan gets it out to Julian. Nice feet by the Belgian. Now it's Dusan into Harry Matthews. And now was that inside the penalty area? I think it was. And Javi Schlager, what colour is the card? It's yellow for the Austrian. Must have been close contact. Ooh, I think maybe just inside. And Dusan Vlahovic will step up in the absence of Jude Bellingham. Yes, I know how to take a penalty, he says. Dusan Vlahovic scores, sends the keeper the wrong way. And Juventus back on level terms. And of course, it's our top scorer and our main man, Dusan Vlahovic. Fabiano wins the header easily. De Jong. Away from Schlager into the penalty area. Brilliant from Frenkie de Jong. Julian in support. And now Matthews, big chance. And kept out by Koch in the Napoli goal. There is the whistle. And it's been tight and cagey. And we fought our way back into things. And we're level at 1-1 at the break. Up against Joelinton. Former Juve man. And Jan goes some lovely feet. And Bakayoko. Oh, it's a fantastic effort as well. And Bakayoko again. Johan. This time comfortable for the Napoli keeper. But we are searching for that third goal to give us the lead. Into Osimhen. Trouble here. And Abdul Fatawu is in. And despite the pressure, restores Napoli's lead. Not a third, not a third. Osimhen, big save to Splanches. That's huge. If that goes in, we're in real trouble. And Matthews, let's fly. Matthews denied again. And Koch has been in the way of everything today. De Jong set piece, looking for Dusan. Duranville competing, it'll come to De Jong. Swings it into Gvardiol, whose effort is blocked, and Napoli will clear, and that might just be enough to see them away with the win. Long way out, but Dusan will try his luck. Dusan Vlahovic. Oh, what a save. What an effort from Dusan. And Koch has just been equal to everything today. That's a fantastic stop. You can see my reaction to it. De Jong's delivery into Vlahovic. And we will head back to Naples level. Last kick of the game. Just denied by the keeper. But this time Dusan Vlahovic finds the net. Oh, this has been a crazy game in Turin. De Jong's delivery is perfect. Dusan peels away. And this time the keeper cannot get anything on it. That will do it here at the Allianz. And what a first leg between these two rivals. I need to catch a breath after this one. That was ridiculous. But it does end all square here in Turin. Juventus 2, Napoli 2, with another 90 minutes to come. Well, it is good to know that our weekend clash doesn't have much riding on it. It is quite a big game as we travel to the Stadio Olimpico once again, at this time to take on Roma, who currently sit in third in the table. So as we look to keep our unbeaten season alive, we do have a tricky test, but with PSG to come in midweek in the Champions League quarterfinals, I've rotated my whole starting 11. Forza Juventus. As Moise Kean gets away, and we can't clear our lines here. Kean smashes in at the near post. Diogo Costa can't keep it out, and the former Juventus man, now at Roma, gives his side the lead. Moise Kean is causing all sorts of issues for me right now. And he's in again. Moise Kean pegs it back, and Costa's equal to it. Stefano. Nilos. Lamadi. Lovely build-up. Vincenzo! It's a brilliant goal. And our first real foray forward brings the equaliser for Juventus. Well, still tied at 1 apiece here. Couple of half chances. Nothing clear cut. Here's Lamadi. And Nilos, fantastic save. Nilos again squeezes it in. Fantastic finish from the Greekman. And you know that he always finds the net when he plays. No matter whether he starts or whether it's off the bench, this man knows how to find the net. Nilos Kaya does it again. And we lead for the first time today. Well, there is the whistle here in Rome. And Juventus do get the job done, as we did against local rivals Lazio here earlier on in the episode. It was hard fought, but as Bayer Leverkusen kept doing in real life, we found a way to get the job done. On to PSG in midweek, which is the real big hitter. Forza Juventus. So time for our first leg against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League quarterfinals as we welcome them to Turin. We managed to make it past Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid with two 1-0 narrow victories in the round of 16, whilst the Parisians beat KRC Genk 4-2 on aggregate. Of course, we faced them in the Season 6 Champions League final and beat them in our final game as Sheffield United, boss, so I'm sure they will be out for revenge. Forza Juventus. Right, here we go then, kicking off in Turin, and once again it's Kylian Mbappe and co that we are going to have to deal with. And we haven't faced PSG since that Champions League final. They've still got Nicolas Soule at right back. Well, okay, that's where we're going to be looking to exploit, but with Mbappe up top, I think there could be plenty of goals. Look at the space down the left already. Parisi with space to run into. And I see McKennie at the back stick, and the cross just has too much on it for him. Koundé beaten, and Dembele into Mbappe. And it's back to Ousmane Dembele. And Diogo Costa makes the stop at the near post. That was heading in and needed to be saved by our Portuguese shot stopper. Well, second half underway, still goalless, and only the one real save, which was made by Diogo Costa on Ousmane Dembele. But here goes Mbappe. Jules Koundé has to shepherd him out of the way. We had a couple of chances to potentially counter-attack, but couldn't make anything of them. And this tie remains massively in the balance. Soule. I'll tell you what, we've not been able to exploit that space down the left-hand side and the lack of pace from Nicolas Soule. And Ousmane Dembele bends home the opening goal for the Parisians. It's a brilliant goal as he receives the ball, brings it inside onto his left foot, and we've not been able to create anything today. And with 25 minutes to play, it's the French side that take the lead in Turin. Duranville loses out, and I've really thought I was going to get some joy down this side against Nicolas Soule. Maybe we can now. Duranville into Duzan. Weaker right foot, and he let Marquinhos get across. Marquinhos across and make the block. Made a slight tweak to our system as the corner's into Duzan. And it would be him. The big Serbian heads us level. Ranocchia pokes it through to Duzan. Decent effort from a tight angle, and Donnarumma was equal to it, and that is going to do it for the first leg. Tight and cagey here in Turin, but we did find our equalising goal to take to Paris. So all in the balance, as with our Coppa Italia semi-final against Napoli. And we really are entering crunch time of the season. It ends here in Turin. Juventus 1, Paris Saint-Germain 1. So another weekend fixture in the Serie A up next. Again, going to skip over this pretty quickly. Bologna were our closest challengers at the start of the season, if you can cast your mind back. But they've fallen off and are now challenging for a Champions League spot. So a big game for them. Tricky test away at the Union Park Stadium, but hopefully we will remain unbeaten and build some momentum heading into these second legs. Forza Juventus. David, brilliant turn. David pulls it across. Oh my goodness, what a save by Diogo Costa. How on earth has he got across to that? That is magnificent from our number one. Szoboszlai will swing the corner in. It's headed clear by Diomande. Dalot spreads it out to Stefano. And Dusan coming the other way. Dusan Vlahovic off the woodwork. And Prestiani can't turn it home. That's a good ball. There's another fantastic save from Diogo Costa. That's heading into that far corner. And he gets across, gets a hand on it. And he's having a blinder out there. Diogo Costa with another fantastic save. And now again we've countered. And Gabriel's in behind. And Collins should have finished. And is denied by the keeper. How is this game 0-0? I am not sure. Well, it's not anymore. I'm not even sure who that is. I think is it Dalot? Yeah, Diogo Dalot flying in from the corner. And finally we have the breakthrough. But Diogo Costa, what a performance. Oh, what a run. Szoboszlai. Oh. Oh my god. How did we not get a block on that? Jonathan David levels it up. And straight away, Bologna back on level terms. One apiece. Bernardo into Dusan. Back to Bernardo. Lovely ball control. Vlahovic on the edge. Dusan. Oh, camera save from the Bologna shot stopper. Nets, fantastic run. Our foul on Stefano off the ball, not given. David, Szoboszlai, Costa there again. I know there's not really much riding on this, but what a performance from Diogo Costa. He has been fantastic today. Bino Gittins, Moreno, Costa equal to it again. Szoboszlai's corner. Dangerous, balls loose and Costa there again. What a fantastic range of saves from him today. Nets, Bino Gittins, Szoboszlai, David and Costa there again. Well, there is the full-time whistle. And you can see why Juventus want to bring in Motta as their manager in real life. Because he's managed a victory there. If it wasn't for Diogo Costa, Bologna would be coming away with all 3 points. Our unbeaten record intact thanks to that man. An absolutely incredible performance from our Portuguese shot stopper. So time for our second leg of our Champions League quarter-final against Paris Saint-Germain up next as we look to join Sevilla and Sheffield United in the semi-finals of the competition. What a story that would be. Forza Juventus. So back in Paris where we've had quite a lot of big games, even going back to last year's career mode, the Glory Hunter save where the final country we visited was France, and we won the French Cup here at the Parc des Princes. We also derailed PSG and won the French League that season with RC Lens. As I mentioned earlier on in the episode, our clash with PSG in the Champions League final. We also actually faced them, I think, the season before in the Champions League as well, in season 5. When we were at Sheffield United and they knocked us out. So for a team in a country that we've not actually managed in, we've had quite a lot of big clashes with them throughout the course of this save. Well, second half underway here. Very, very cagey first half in Paris. Neither team really wanting to commit too much. And we're still deadlocked at 1-1 after that first leg. I think just a single goal could be enough to separate the sides tonight, but I have no idea which way it's going to go. Duranville gets away from Sula this time. Duranville Pigs it back. De Jong, fantastic piece of defending. The one time we've got in behind Sule. And we had a big opportunity but couldn't take it. Soler. Oh, what a pass. Nuno Mendes in behind. Mendes may have just sent PSG to the semi-finals. From one end to the other. De Jong denied. And Mendes on the counter. Who was sent off here in Season 5 with our Blades. Finds the far corner and looks to have sent PSG to the semis. And now we've got to try and rescue our season. We've done it before. And Bakayoko across to Dusan. Oh, that's outrageous. That was probably our chance. Dusan again denied. And that was probably it. Bakayoko now. Martinelli. Parisi. Nilos. Martinelli. Bakayoko. And Nilos! Oh, he's done it! Nilos Kaya at the death. That is the last kick of the game. And Nilos Kaya has rescued us. Off the bench, and we just kept working the ball until we created an angle, gets away from Sule and rifles it into the roof of the net past Donnarumma. What a hit from Nilos Kaya. And he's kept our season alive. Wow, that is outrageous. I thought we were done. And we might not be done there. Nilos. Brilliant. Nilos. Oh, it's just wide. He has changed this game. The change of system to 2 up top may be very attacking, but it is bringing us some joy, and I'm sticking with it. I think we can win this. Plojek. Got such an attacking lineup out there at the moment. Bakayoko into Plojek. And Dusan. And Nilos. Oh, he's done it again. Nilos Kaya. Cult hero of this entire save. One of the first players that was really promoted from the Sheffield United Academy. And he's doing it on the big stage in the Champions League. There's the whistle. Referee doesn't allow them time for the counter. And Nilos Kaya, for this alone, will go down in history of this save. Because that is a real late show from our Greek striker. Nilos Kaya, I absolutely love the man. I loved him before tonight. And he has just gone up even further in my estimations. What a turnaround from Juventus, and we're heading to the Final Four. Well, that was utterly ridiculous, and I'm hoping that we're going to see the draw for the Champions League semi-finals, which we're not. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Manchester City, Sheffield United, or Sevilla. Who is it that we will face in the Final Four? It's Manchester City. Wow. Massive, massive clash. But that also potentially sets up the fairy tale ending against Sheffield United in the Champions League final. Wow. That is unbelievable. And you know what, guys? I think what I'm actually going to do is end the episode there. I was planning on playing the Lecce and Napoli Coppa Italia semi-final second leg, but what a place to end the episode, and it actually sort of evens out the number of games we play in each episode as well. Otherwise this episode is going to be very top heavy with just 6 fixtures in the next episode. So yeah, we'll save it for the next one. We'll play out the final Serie A games, all of which are pretty meaningless. the Coppa Italia semi-final second leg, which is massively in the balance against Napoli, and also both legs of the Champions League semi-final against Manchester City, where we could set up a finale against our former club, Sheffield United. Guys, thank you for watching. That will do it for today, and I'll catch you for that next episode. Don't miss it because it's going to be crucial very soon. Peace.